She carries her newborn gently in her mouth, moving slowly through the narrow passage of the den. This place is new, chosen for its quiet, its cool air, and for the two clean exits at the front and back that promise safety. A sharp scent hits her nose. Porcupine. She freezes, lowers her head. The smell is strong, fresh. The ground tells the rest broad tracks, drag marks where heavy quills brushed the soil, and a few small dry droppings. Her nose confirms what the wind already whispered. The animal is close. A porcupine near a den means trouble. Its quills are not just hair, they're hardened spines with backward barbs. One strike to the face, the neck, or a leg could kill even a honey badger. The wounds run deep, and infection comes fast. She drops her body low, plants her claws firmly, every muscle tightening, ready to lunge. Never touch the tail. Never attack from behind. The safer angle the head and shoulders, where the quills are shorter and easier to control. The brush ahead stirs. A heavy shape turns. Hundreds of quills stand on end, clattering against each other with a dry, metallic rattle. She doesn't move. Weight forward, eyes locked. The space between them is shrinking. No words, no growling. Only breath and the smell of hot dust. She begins to circle. The world narrows to a ring of dust and breath. The porcupine turns with her, its back always facing the threat. The quills rise, gleaming like moving needles of steel. Every gap she thinks she can exploit closes instantly with a hard pivot and a shove. A low growl, a twist inside loose skin, a retreat. Next time, she'll be faster. A hiss breaks the stillness, then a brutal turn. The spines drive deep into her chest and throat. The crack of skin against skin. Dry, sharp. The bitter taste of keratin fills her mouth. Every breath feels like a needle pressing inward. Quills lodge in muscle, each step heavier than the last. Some pierce deep along her back and ribs. Then, a small sound from her opponent. Not fear, surprise. She answers with everything she has. A full-bodied charge. The circle closes again. Dust erupts. She reads movement, reads breath, reads even the silence between two turns. But the porcupine still retreats, still spins, still builds that living wall. A barricade that moves on sheer stubbornness. No strike deep enough, no wound clean enough. She lowers herself, feints a step back, then lunges. But the quilled tail is already waiting. Her skin shudders. She twists inside her loose hide, tearing free with a hiss. The porcupine breaks the circle, its armor now thinned from the grind. It runs, its body swaying, but breathing steady. She stops, breath ragged. The smell of iron and dust thick in the air. On her back, dozens of quills. They line her shoulders and ribs like cruel, deliberate stitches. She bends down, uses her front teeth, working along her body, bit by bit. Careful, patient. The scrape of keratin against enamel, the sound of hard breathing. She rubs against roots, against the earth bed, grinding off the stubborn spines that teeth cannot reach. Some remain, buried deep, making every step a small negotiation with pain. But her jaw stays locked. No retreat, no surrender. The porcupine stops at a distance, turns its head. A long, silent stare measured, deliberate. No advantage left, no reason to fight on. Its armor spent. It hisses once, then disappears into the brush. Doesn't look back. The scent of honey grows stronger near the next tree. A narrow seam breathes sweetness and wax. One wrench, one rip. A sheet of honeycomb falls, shattering as it hits the ground. The bees surge out, hundreds of stings strike down at once. She squints her eyes to slits, nose pulled in, lips sealed tight, and still she continues. Work fast. Take enough. Endure. Leave. That's the rule. No one taught it. It's written in her blood. She bites through the wax, drinks the thick syrup, swallows the soft bodies writhing within. Rich food always invites risk, and defense is always met with force. Both sides accept loss and heal. The honey badger is a small predator, built to solve problems and born to never quit. She lives alone, wandering vast distances, with a steady, tireless stride. Thick, loose skin, it lets her twist free when caught or crushed. Split claws, sharp and curved, dig through hard soil and rotten wood like wind cutting through cloth. Her nose is a finely tuned compass, reading tracks, burrows, and every whisper of the wind. Her menu is vast. Rodents, birds, lizards, eggs, roots, fruit, and honeycombs. She digs for prey with quick, powerful strokes, flinging soil behind her like splashing water. When she meets a scorpion, she pauses, reads the ground, then long as sudden, precise. The scorpion curls its tail, Sting aims straight for her face. She lowers her head and strikes hard. The sting lands anyway on her lip. She hisses, then tears the scorpion in half, swallows it whole, leaving nothing behind. Pain comes sharp, burning, but she endures it. She remembers the shape, the smell of the ground where the fight happened, a marker etched in her mind for next time. She moves on, marking her path with scent and memory, digging, walking, climbing, never resting long. For her, food is energy, but information is power. Burrow maps, the smell of nests, the scars of old hunts, all guide her next pursuit. She listens for movement beneath the soil, tastes the air for the direction of the wind, and chooses her path. It has many enemies: jackals, caracals, large snakes, but it never backs down. It pushes through. Loose skin, strong claws, iron will, armor, and weapon inside the same body. It rests only for a moment, then moves on. A honey badger that pays attention always finds its next meal. Even when wounded, it calculates. It observes first, then acts. That habit keeps its losses small and its reward steady. Ahead, a small creature lies flat beneath dry grass. Near a stone, she passes within a few steps, nose, following a scent line that runs the other way. No discovery. She keeps moving. Sometimes, silence and stillness are stronger than speed. When her footsteps fade, the small creature slips into a crack between the rocks. Alive, unharmed. Not every hunt ends with a kill. Not every hunter finds what it seeks. But the honey badger wins because it treats every challenge like a puzzle. It reads the air, the soil, the sound, tests, adapts, tries again. Claws like shovels and levers, teeth like knives and wrenches. A body small, flexible, almost impossible to stop. It can take the heat, the thorns, the fury of 1,000 stings, all for one meal. It remembers where food was found and always returns. It is not fearless, it is focused. It avoids fights it doesn't need and finishes the ones it starts. When it catches the scent of a den that isn't its own, it stops, reads the boundary, then chooses the wiser victory to turn away, leaving the porcupine to its home and itself to another hunt, safer, smarter, more certain. Night falls. The forest grows still. Only the sound of slow, steady breathing remains. Across its body scars, in its eyes, light. Hundreds of quills once pierced its flesh, but not one ever reached its spirit. The honey badger keeps walking. Not fast, not slow, just steady like the heartbeat of the earth and nature. No matter how cruel, watches in silence. Because in this world, the survivor is never the strongest, only the one who never stops moving.